Hi everyone, welcome back and welcome to the final practice of our 4-week challenge. We get to end off today, we get to end off our challenge with a nice yin yoga practice. So find just a little bit of space to move, grab your pillow or your cushion if you'd like to do so, and let's get started. So let's begin today in a nice comfy seat. If you do have a pillow or a cushion to sit on, you may want to do that. We're going to stretch out the neck a little bit to start today's practice. So find a nice long spine, rest your hands in your lap or on your knees, close your eyes. Take an inhale and let the exhale bring your chin down towards your collarbone. Let your head be heavy. Take another big breath in and out. And just allowing yourself to slow down. To soften the shoulders. Relax the jaw. Just let go of your day. And let's stay here for another full breath in and out. Then use an inhale to slowly roll your head over towards your right shoulder. Maybe lengthening your spine along the way. Softening your shoulders once you get there. And just lengthening through the sides of the neck. And stay for one more inhale. And let the exhale slowly bring your chin back down towards your collarbone. Pause there for a breath. And as you inhale, you can roll your head over towards the left shoulder. Again, lengthen your spine along the way. Soften your shoulders when you get there. And just listen to the sound of your breath. Let's take one more inhale. And let the exhale bring your chin back down. Pausing there for a breath again. And then with an inhale, start to lift your chin back up. And we're going to continue to lift our chin. You may bring your hands behind your head for support. You can lift your chin as high as feels good. Bringing length into the front of the neck. And just take one last breath in and use the exhale to bring your chin back down to that neutral place. And bring your hands back to your knees or your lap. You can add in a shoulder roll if you'd like to add in a shoulder roll. Awesome, you guys. If you're sitting on your pillow, just move it off to the side. We're gonna set up our 90-90 with our legs. So let's bring our right leg forwards first and our left leg behind us. If you've got a pillow to use today, have it behind you off to that right side. Setting up your 90-degree angles with your legs, and then we are gonna start to lean back. Lean back a little bit, feeling the love through that hip flexor, that back leg. If you need to adjust your legs slightly, of course, feel free to do so. If you have a pillow or you'd like to come a little further back, be nice to your knees, be nice to your legs. Only come as far as feels good for you, where you can relax. Feel the stretch. All without going too far. And I am going to give you guys the option to stay here, leaning backwards a little or a lot, or you can start to come back up and just moving this back leg, bringing your knee towards your front foot and bringing your back foot towards your hip. If you are using a pillow, it can actually stay kind of where it was, but we're going to add a twist. So instead of leaning backwards, we're going to turn our chest to the right. Turn our chest to the right. You can pivot a little bit here. Push into your fingertips a little bit here. Turning the chest to the right. You might still feel that hip flexor, that quad. You might feel the twist through the core. You might even be looking behind you slightly. Awesome job, you guys. Using an inhale to bring your chest back to face forwards. If you were still leaning backwards in your 90-90, use an inhale to bring your upper body back up. We're just going to lean to the right side to bring our back leg forwards, and we're going to be switching. So set it up, starting with the 90-90. If you've got a pillow and you're using it, you can move it to the side or you can just move it out of the way. Left leg forwards this time, right leg behind you. Feeling the love through that back leg and hip flexor. Leaning back just slightly. Leaning back a little more. Forearms all the way down. Whatever feels good for you today. Whatever you're doing. Wherever you are, come back to the breath. Breathing softness into the legs, into the hips, and the shoulders. And if you're gonna stay here, stay here. If you're gonna join me in the twist, slowly start to come back. Bring your back knee towards your foot, bring your back foot towards your hip, and then start to turn your chest to the left. Use those fingertips on the floor to help keep your chest proud, your spine long. And let your breath keep you here, keep you present. Awesome work, you guys. Let's use an inhale to lift up or turn our chest back to face the front. You can lean to the left, bring your back leg forwards, give yourself a hug, a little rock side to side. And then we're going to make our way into tabletop onto our hands and knees. If you've got a pillow of some kind, just move it out of the way. We'll come into our tabletop. And moving into our shoulders. So reaching your arms out in front for puppy dog, keeping your hips high. You can have your palms facing down, or maybe you'd like to bring your palms together. Walking your elbows a little further away, starting to melt the chest, the forehead down. And if your palms are together, you can lift them up, bringing them behind your head. You might feel the love through the triceps, the upper back, the shoulders. Let your forehead rest on your mat, or maybe it's your chin and your chest. And just finding the breath and melting the heart down into your mat. Awesome work, you guys. Take one more full breath. And then let an inhale. Bring your hands down and lift your chest. Walk your hands in under your shoulders. Bring your knees together. Have a seat on your heels. Take a shoulder roll or 2 or 3. Awesome, you guys. So a few options here. We're going to sit on our heels, or we're going to sit between our heels. So if you have a pillow or something to sit on, you may want to grab it. You're either going to sit back on your heels and lean back, or you're going to bring the feet out wide, keeping the knees together. You can either sit between your heels or sit on something between your heels. Being mindful of the knees. You can keep your spine nice and long, or you can start to lean back. You can come all the way to laying on your back if your body allows you to go that far. But you can stay seated, spine long. You might find the forearms, maybe let your head fall back. And eventually the shoulders might come down. You might feel the love through the top of the feet, through the hips, the quads, the knees. Be nice to your knees here. Be nice to your low back. Stay sitting tall, spine long, if that's what works best and feels best for you today. And if you did come all the way down, or you're on your forearms, or you're leaning back on your fingertips, slowly start to come back. You can let the hips lift. You can let your toes, your big toes, come back together. So you're sitting on your heels and then tipping forwards and coming all the way off of your heels, finding your tabletop and maybe letting your hips just go for a rock side to side before you start to cross your ankles and bring your legs out in front. Give yourself a hug, a little rock side to side. And then we're going to be finding a forward fold. Maybe your knees stay nice and bent. You tip forwards a little bit. You hug your knees. Maybe you've got a pillow that you want to slide underneath your knees. You can bring as much length into your legs as you would like. With an inhale, lengthen through your spine. And an exhale, tip forwards if you'd like to tip forwards, or keep the spine long, sitting tall. You could also bring your pillow on top of your legs. Rest your forehead on it, maybe. Finding your breath. Let's take 3 more full cycles of breath here. Feel your tummy moving. Using an inhale when you're done that 3rd breath to lift your upper body all the way back up. Lengthen your spine. Awesome, you guys. We're going to start to lay down on our backs. If you have your pillow, you could have it close by if you're going to bring it under your knees. But before you do that, before we make our way into Shavasana, lay down and bring your knees to your chest. Give your knees a hug. Rest your head. Rest your shoulders. Maybe at a rock side to side. And then you can start to let your legs go. Feet out wide, legs out long. Resting your arms at your sides with your palms facing up. Take one last nice deep breath in and out. Awesome, you guys. Stay here in Shavasana for as long as you have time for. I left you a nice note in the comments below this video. Give it a read when you're done. And just know that because this may be the last practice of our 4-week challenge, it does not mean that there will not be a new class for you next week on Monday, on Wednesday, and on Friday. So we can continue this journey together if you'd like. Enjoy your weekend, enjoy your day. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, namaste.